The following is a editorial by Islamic scholar al-rassooli. Steve Croft of CBS News conducted an interview with Barack Obama, saying that Russia is challenging your leadership, Mr. President, and is bombing the people that we are supporting. Obama gave a blistering of Putin in response, saying, "If you think that running your economy into the ground and having to send troops in order to prop up your only ally is leadership, then we've got a different definition of leadership." Barack Hussein Obama is, after all, an expert about running an economy into the ground and a lack of leadership. He has already done more damage to the USA than any other US president in history. Does any intelligent American need any more piece of evidence that Obama never learns because he never makes mistakes, since he is, after all, a legend in his own mind? Obama continued his delusional answers by suggesting that Russian airstrikes in Syria are a sign of the growing weakness of the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin, whose popularity at the moment is 71%. Obama said, "When I came into office, Syria was Russia's only ally in the region, and today, rather than being able to count on their support and maintain the base they had in Syria, which they've had for a long time, Mr. Putin now is devoting his own troops, his own military, just to barely hold together by a thread his sole ally." Good God, the destructive acts this man has wrought to the interests of America are too many to count. In keeping with this damage, he's been singularly unpleasant to her allies, including Israel and the Gulf states, while being lovingly sympathetic to her enemies, including Iran, Cuba, and Venezuela. His insufferable self-righteousness and incredible mismanagement will guarantee that he will go to his grave never realizing all the harm he has done to his country, to the world at large, and to the cause of freedom. Mr. Obama, please be advised that Russia's acting decisively in defense of an ally is not a sign of weakness, but of dependability and reliability, something that you have never shown to America's allies. Right now, Russia has reportedly disabled terrorist infrastructures and assets more in a week than the Pentagon has done in over a year after spending billions. In fact, before Putin stepped in and called Obama's bluff, projections were that the USA was about to spend $40 billion a year fighting ISIS. Dear Americans, it's a no-brainer as to who would win in a contest between a chess player and a golf player when it comes to politics and the military. As we speak, the White House is quietly stepping away from the disastrous and incredibly stupid idea of training the moderate rebels, which has already cost American taxpayers $500 million. This is as delusional as Obama's insistence that the Islamic so-called state has nothing to do with Islam. The obscene degrees of Obama and his administration's failures on so many fronts are beyond belief and border on criminal negligence, if not treason. There is no need to read all 114 surahs of Muhammad's Quran, because anyone with just 2 brain cells of logic would only have to read the first 9 chapters to come to the following conclusions: that Muhammad, his Quran, his Sunnah, Sharia, and his followers are hate-mongering, warmongering, duplicitous, racist, misogynist, disloyal, hypocritical, merciless, intolerant, vile, and hence utterly ungodly. Their meaning and intent of their so-called scriptures are clear. Here are just 3. Al-Baqarah 2.216 says, "Holy fighting in Allah's cause is ordained for you though you dislike it, and it may be that you dislike a thing which is good for you, and that you like a thing which is bad for you. Allah knows, but you do not know." Al-Imran 3.8.5 says, "If anyone desires a religion other than Islam, referring to submission to Allah, never will it be accepted of him." Al-Tawbah 9.33 says, "It is he who hath sent his apostle," inferring Muhammad, "with guidance and the religion of truth, or Islam, to proclaim it over all other religions." Is there any question that Muslims are commanded to achieve nothing short of world domination? The Obama administration has already changed its story 4 times in 4 days on why the US bombed Doctors Without Borders in Afghanistan. The lies emanating from Obama's White House are so many and so obvious that Americans are finally beginning to wake up to the nightmare they put in office. All indications are crystal clear regarding Obama's very pathetic and disastrous foreign policy. The instability in the Middle East because of Obama's total lack of appreciating the consequences of his actions is so great that the probability of an unintentional incident or accident could initiate a conflagration of disastrous consequences. Add to this volatile mix the fact that Turkey is also becoming increasingly unstable, and it may take just one word, action or inaction by Obama, to tip the scales and thrust us into a third world war. Make no mistake about it, Barack Hussein Obama has put the military machinery of the world on a hair trigger to launch a nuclear World War III, one that will likely kill billions of people. Hey, how's that hope and change doing for you? This concludes the viditorial by IQ al-Rassooli. Please forward this video to a couple of friends. Thank you, IQ al-Rassooli. For more writings by IQ al-Rassooli, visit his blog site at www.al-rassooli.com/blog.